Children, today we study about cell. Let us see what are the topics we study from this chapter. Cell theory, structure of plant and animal cell, functions of various cell organelles found in the cell, differences between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell, differences between plant cell and animal cell. These are the topics we study from this chapter. All living organisms, whether plants or animals, are composed of cells. Robert Hooke discovered the cell. He examined cork cells under microscope. Microscope is an instrument used to magnify objects. A compound microscope that is used in our laboratories magnifies the cell from 300 to 2000 times. Electron microscope could magnify the cell up to 2 lakhs times. What is a cell? Cell is the structural and functional unit of all living organisms. The cell is the smallest unit of an organism. Cells vary in number, shape, and size. Some living organisms made up of only one cell. Such organisms are called unicellular organisms. Examples are bacteria, amoeba, paramecium, yeast, etc. Some living organisms made up of many cells. Such organisms called multicellular organisms. Human beings, animals, plants are coming under multicellular organisms. Some plants and animals are made up of countable number of cells or few cells. Such organisms are called few-celled organisms. Examples are Spirogyra volvox. Let us study about cell theory. Cell theory coined by three major scientists named Matthias Schleiden, Theodor Schwann, Rudolf Virchow. The cell theory states that cell is the smallest unit of structure of all living things. The cell is the unit of function of all living things. All cells arise from pre-existing cells. Let us take first point. The cell is the smallest unit of structure of all living things. All organisms made up of cells. For example, take any part of any animal or any plant. Examine it under microscope. It would be seen the part is composed of tiny cells. Second point, cell is the functional unit. For example, you want to walk from your home to school, or you want to move your hands. This movement occurs due to the contraction and relaxation of muscle cells. Let us take a digestion of food. Food is digested by the help of different enzymes which the cells of the gut secrete. In green plants, photosynthesis occurs in the cells of leaves and so on. These all show that the different functions that a living organism performs are the result of the activity of the concerned cells. That is why it's saying that the cell is the unit of function of all living things. Next point, all cells arise from pre-existing cells. The body of an organism is composed of millions and millions of cells. The cells have a fixed lifespan. That means they have a fixed lifespan. Many cells die after attaining maturity. And before they die, they multiply and are replaced by new cells formed by the cell division. For example, red blood corpuscles in our blood have 120 days lifespan. After that, they die off and are replaced by new ones. Same way, all sexually reproducing living organisms start their lifespan life from a single cell that is called zygote. Zygote is the fusion product of male and female gamete. Zygote develop into embryo. Embryo grows into an organism. Cells are generally small in size. The small size provides large surface area. It ensures the diffusion of nutrients into the cell, nitrogenous waste from inside to outside the cell, respiratory gases, that is oxygen, into the cell, and carbon dioxide out of the cell. It also helps any damage to the cells can be easily repaired. Here I ask one question to you. Do bigger animals have bigger cells? What do you think? Let us take one example, an elephant and a cat. Here elephant is bigger than a cat. The cells of an elephant would not be bigger than those of a cat. Elephant would have greater number of cells than a cat. You must be remembered that number of cells in the body of an organism varies from one organism to another. But the average size of a cell remains the same in different organisms. Cell shape. Cells vary in size and shape. Shape of the cells show many variation. They may be oval, spherical, rectangular, square, flat, or elongated. These variations depends upon the functions of the cell. The shape it is given here, RBCs, WBCs, nerve cells, and guard cells of stomata. RBCs circular and biconcave so that they can easily pass through capillaries and transport oxygen. WBCs, they don't have particular shape, they are amoeboid. So they can squeeze through capillary walls. Nerve cells are long so that they can conduct impulse from distant part of the body to brain and from brain to different parts of the body. Guard cells present in the stomata of the leaves, and it is guard cells are bead shaped and help to open and close the stomata. They are helping to opening and closing of a stomata. That means shape of the cells are related to the functions. Let us study the next topic, the structure of a cell. Basically, every cell consists of three main parts: cell membrane or plasma membrane, cytoplasm, and nucleus. Let us study about the cell membrane. Cell membrane or a plasma membrane. Each cell is bounded by a thin living membrane called cell membrane. It is selectively permeable. It allows the entry of a certain substance into the cell and also allowing the flow of some substance out of the cell. It is found both in plants and as well as in animal cells. It is made up of lipoprotein. In addition to permeability and protection, it maintains the shape of the animal cell also. Next is the cell wall given. Cell wall is present in a plant cell. In addition to the plasma membrane or cell membrane, plant cells have cell wall. Cell wall is freely permeable. It allows all substance to pass through it, and it is made up of cellulose. Next is cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is a semi-liquid substance or a jelly-like substance. It occupies the space between the cell membrane and the nuclear membrane. Cytoplasm contains matrix and cell organelles. What is a matrix? The transparent semi-liquid substance of cytoplasm is called a matrix. Many chemical reactions take place in the cytoplasm. Cell organelles are living part of the cell having definite structure, shape, and function. Next is the nucleus. Nucleus has been described as the brain of the cell because it regulates all metabolic activities and hereditary activities of the cell. The nucleus is composed of structures like nuclear membrane, nucleoplasm, and the nucleolus. Nuclear membrane is a double-walled structure with pores. It is also selectively permeable, and it surrounds the nuclear content. It separates the nucleoplasm from the cytoplasm. Next is a nucleoplasm. Nucleus is filled with transparent, semi-solid, granular ground substance called nucleoplasm. Nuclear components such as nucleolus and chromatin threads remain suspended in it. Nucleolus is a dense spherical granule contained within the nucleus. Nucleolus produce ribosomes and also participate in protein synthesis by forming and storing RNA. RNA is a ribonucleic acid. Chromatin fibers are fine thread-like coiled filament distributed in the nucleoplasm. At the time of cell division, it condenses and thickened to form chromosomes. Chromosomes carry genes. Genes are composed of DNA. DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid. Genes are the hereditary traits. Genes express our characteristics such as intelligence, complexion, and height, etc. Chromosome number is constant in each species. Every human body cell has 46 chromosomes or 23 pairs. Next is the protoplasm. Protoplasm is called the living content of the cell. Protoplasm is the entire content of the living cell, including cytoplasm and nucleus. Cytoplasm and nucleus together known as protoplasm. Protoplasm is composed of elements like carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, iron, and phosphorus. These elements are in the form of specific compounds such as water, protein, carbohydrate, fat, and a mineral salt. Let us see the table given. It shows living and non-living part of the cell. Living parts are cell membrane. Cell membrane is the living part, and a cell wall is a non-living part. Cell wall present only in a plant cell. Endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, ribosomes, lysosomes, centrosome only in animal cell, plastids found only in plant cell. These are the living organelles found in cytoplasm of the cell. Granules, vacuoles, fat droplets, these are non-living inclusions found in the cytoplasm of the cell. nuclear membrane, nucleoli, and chromatin fibers. These are the living part of the nucleus. Nucleoplasm is the non-living part of the nucleus. Let us study separate. First is the endoplasmic reticulum. It is an irregular network of double membranous structure distributed over the entire cytoplasm in the cell. Its outer end is connected with the plasma membrane and its inner end is connected with the nuclear membrane. It appears rough and smooth. The endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes attached to it, is called the rough endoplasmic reticulum. The endoplasmic reticulum, which does not have ribosomes attached to it, is called smooth endoplasmic reticulum. The functions of endoplasmic reticulum are supportive framework of the cell, synthesis and transport of proteins and fat. Next, mitochondria. Mitochondria are oval, spherical, or rod-shaped organelle found in the cytoplasm. They are living and they are double-walled structures. The outer wall is smooth, but the inner wall is folded inward like a finger. It's called cristae. Cristae increases the surface area of the inner membrane. Mitochondria are having their own DNA and ribosomes. Mitochondria are the site of cellular respiration and it releases ATP, adenosine triphosphate. ATP is known as powerhouse of the cell. This ATP is using to synthesize of new chemical compounds and their transport. The structure of the cell, which is known as powerhouse of the cell, that is mitochondria. If the question is coming, what is the powerhouse of the cell? You must write the answer ATP. If you are getting the question, give the structure or name the structure of the cell, which is known as powerhouse of the cell, that is mitochondria. Mitochondria is absent in bacterial cell and RBCs of higher mammals and animals. Next cell organelle is Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus or Golgi body or Golgi complex, these all are same. Golgi apparatus are smooth membranous structure associated with endoplasmic reticulum of all the cells of higher plants and animals. It consists of many flattened sacs, vesicles, and vacuoles stacked one above the other. In higher plants, they are known as dictyosomes. Synthesis and secretion of enzymes and hormones are their function. Next cell organelle is ribosomes. Ribosomes are living dense granules, single-walled, and they are mainly composed of RNA and protein. They are scattered in the cytoplasm or attached to the membranes of the endoplasmic reticulum. The main function of ribosomes is synthesis of protein. They are present in both prokaryotic and eukaryotic. They are present in both prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Eukaryotes have well-defined nucleus. That means nuclear material enclosed by a nuclear membrane. All plants and animals have a eukaryotes or a nuclear material enclosed by a nuclear membrane. Prokaryotes do not have a well-defined nucleus. That means nuclear material present, they do not have a nuclear membrane. Bacteria and blue-green algae are coming under prokaryotes. They do not have a well-defined nucleus. Next is lysosomes. Lysosomes are tiny, spherical, sac-like structure, evenly distributed in the cytoplasm, surrounded by single membrane. Lysosomes generally found in animal cells and absent in plant cells. They contain digestive enzymes for intracellular digestion. Intracellular digestion is the breakdown of substance within the cytoplasm of the cell. Lysosomes contain digestive enzymes. 40 different types of digestive enzymes are present in it. In damaged cell, lysosomes burst to release enzymes for digestion of cellular components. That is why lysosomes are called suicidal bag. And altogether, we can say lysosomes help in digesting of large molecules, protects cell by destroying foreign particles like a bacteria and virus, and a degradation of worn out organelles. Next, centrosomes. Centrosome, a small clear area of a cytoplasm without any granules. Present just above the nucleus in an animal cell. It is a living microtubular structure and consists of two minute dot-like structure called centrioles. It helps in the formation of spindle fibers during cell division, and it initiates and regulates cell division. Plastids. Plastids are oval, spherical, and disc-shaped. Plastids are a double-walled structure with proteinaceous matrix and have their own DNA. Plastids are found only in plant cells. There are two types of plastid, leucoplast and chromoplast. Leucoplasts are colorless plastids. They store food in plants in the form of starch, protein, and lipids. Chromoplasts are plastids that produce and store pigments. They are responsible for different colors found in leaves, fruits, flowers, and vegetables. The green chromoplasts are known as chloroplasts. The chloroplast contains green pigment called chlorophyll. Chlorophyll can trap sunlight and utilize it for photosynthesis process in green plants. Other pigments found in plants are xanthophyll is yellow, carotene orange and red, anthocyanin blue and violet color. Anthocyanin pigment is dissolved in cell sap and responsible for blue-violet color in plants. Next, non-living substance or non-living inclusions, cell inclusions. Vacuole and granules. Vacuoles are clear spaces filled with the fluid present in the cytoplasm, enclosed by a single membrane. The outer membrane is called tonoplast. The presence of a large vacuole is one of the characteristic features of the plant cell. In animal cells, vacuoles are absent. If present, they are small and temporary. Vacuoles help to maintain the osmotic pressure in a cell and also give turgidity and rigidity to the cells. Next, granules, non-living, tiny bodies, not bound by any membrane. They are droplets of starch in plant cell and glycogen in animal cell, and fat containing granules serve as food for the cell. Next, the differences between plant cell and animal cell. These are the important points given that as it is you must learn. Cell wall present in plant cell, cell wall absent in animal cell. Centrosome present in animal cell, centrosome absent in a plant cell. Plastids are present in plant cell, plastids are absent in animal cell. Vacuole is prominent and large in a plant cell. Vacuoles is absent. If present, they are small and temporary in animal cell. Next, the differences between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell. Prokaryotic cell do not have well-defined nucleus. That means nuclear material present in the cell, but a nuclear membrane is absent. Eukaryotic cell have a well-defined nucleus. That means nuclear material enclosed by a nuclear membrane. Prokaryotic cell contains a single chromosome. Eukaryotic cell contains several chromosomes. Small ribosomes present in prokaryotic cell, larger ribosomes present in a eukaryotic cell. No other cell organelles present in prokaryotic cell. Several organelles like mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, and chloroplast are present in a eukaryotic cell. Examples for a prokaryotic cell, bacteria and blue-green algae, and euglena, amoeba, and all plants and animals are coming under eukaryotic cell. Few assignments are given. Go through it and write the answers. Thank you.